All right, guys, today's video is not sponsored by anybody besides myself, but I do want to share my first experience using Turo. I typically rent cars through Enterprise, National when I'm traveling for work, personal, whatever. But I wanted to use Turo because I specifically wanted to make this video about a 2024 Toyota Corolla. And Turo allowed me to select that, and I've not been able to do this with other rental car agencies in the past. And overall, the experience was pretty decent. I got some mixed feelings on Turo, to be fair. It's sort of a pain in some ways, but regardless, it allowed me to give you guys this content while I was traveling so that I could go put a few hundred miles on this vehicle for you guys. So I hope you enjoy. Do something a little bit different today. I've been wanting to see what one of these Toyota hybrid Corollas will do for fuel economy. Gonna put a few hundred miles on this. Let's do a little road trip. These aren't anything too special, but they're supposed to have a pretty efficient powertrain. This is a pretty basic model, and I'm really curious to see what this thing will do for fuel economy. I've had a few other Toyotas, and I've been pretty impressed by the hybrid features. So, okay, we're gonna reset our trip distance here. See what we get for fuel economy. Really curious here. It says 48.8 before this. We're gonna see how this thing does. One of the things I noticed right off the bat I'm not a fan of, this system requires like all kinds of pop-ups. It's trying to get me to download a Toyota app and all kinds of goofy stuff. Not a fan of this. I'll be curious to see how CarPlay syncs up. But interior in this thing, super sparse, very basic car. Feels like I stepped into a car that's like 15 years old. But I guess if it's a low price and it gets you good fuel economy, it might be okay. Ergonomics seem laid out okay. Comfortable for the elbows, which is not bad. Done almost 40 miles so far. I'm literally averaging 50 miles per gallon. That's incredible for fuel economy. You can kind of see over here, 43 miles. Yeah, it's incredible. There's no question. The other thing I've been really impressed with is overall just the road noise. This thing is so quiet. No road noise, wind noise. Ergonomics and interior, not bad. I don't like this. It's hard plastic on the side, but it's decent. Rubber steering wheel. You can tell this is a budget vehicle, but it feels solid. Like, I don't hear any creaks and rattles. Powertrain feels smooth. So I don't know, not too bad in that regard. So this is what I love about the Corolla and Toyota's hybrid technology. See if you can look right now. I'm just driving around and it is literally, okay, engine just kicked on, but I was going on the highway at 70 miles an hour and the engine was off. I mean, it's incredible how well Toyota's hybrid system works. And if you look, I'm literally at 54 miles per gallon over a 200-mile trip. That's amazing. Lots of stops. Like, I could have got better fuel economy, but that was like 3 days of on and off, start, stop, some city driving. But 54 miles per gallon, I think is really impressive. I think this is just more continued proof that I think this PHEV technology, just a non-plug-in, I think it's just phenomenal. And I can totally see why people are buying these over an electric vehicle. And I don't see any downside versus just a straight internal combustion engine. This gets you all the benefits. All right, guys. So I've been talking about this in some other videos in the past. You know, I know a lot of people like electric vehicle, and I don't have any skin in the game. I think they're cool if people like them. But for the money, this is where I think the better option is something like a Corolla Hybrid. I mean, look at this. It starts at $23,500. You can spec them out and add a bunch more options. I was just playing around with some of the different builds. But just check out this. You got the 1.8 liter. It's a 4-cylinder CVT. It's a pretty similar technology what's in a Sienna. But check out the fuel economy here. 51 combined, 44 city. That's just incredible. And then they've got other options, obviously. This one actually gets a little more. I need to look and see a little bit more. Oh, it's because this is all-wheel drive. Interesting. So you only lose 2 miles per gallon in an all-wheel drive versus a front-wheel drive. Seems like a no-brainer to me. But here's where I think is important. People need to look at the math. So I went on fueleconomy.gov just to kind of compare 4 different options. 2 different hybrids, 2 different electric vehicles. So you can see this is the Corolla Hybrid versus the Mach-E versus the Tesla Model 3 versus a Maverick. 4 completely different vehicles. But here's what I really want to show you. When you compare mile per gallon versus MPG with the Mach-E versus the Tesla, and if you notice, the Tesla is obviously a little bit more efficient than the Mach-E. But down here, when we look at the amount of mileage compared to an average 2024 vehicle, that compared to a vehicle that's a 2024 that gets 28 miles per gallon, the Corolla would save you $4,250 over a 5-year window. Now, if we jump to electric, that jumps to $5,750 for the Mach-E or $6,750 for the Tesla. Over 5 years, the Mach-E would save you approximately $1,500. So $1,500 divided by 5 is $300 in savings per year to have an electric vehicle. And the price of this vehicle is probably double. So when you think about dollars in your pocket, a hybrid is a way better option when you consider the price of the purchase of the vehicle and just the simplistic nature. This is a better value if you consider, even though it's internal combustion engine, this is going to cost you way less mileage cost when you average in the cost of the vehicle. Now, I added in the Maverick just because my channel's primarily around trucks and whatnot, but I wanted to kind of show you, look at how efficient even a hybrid pickup truck by Ford is. I mean, this is incredible. So then when you say, I still need a pickup truck, electric's out of touch, I can't do a car, it still saves you $2,200 over the average vehicle. It's only $2,000 less savings in fuel cost over 5 years versus a Corolla Hybrid. So if you wanted a pickup truck, it's going to cost you an extra $300-400 a year. You're talking like $40 more a month over 5 years versus a Corolla. So if you have a need for a truck, this is a better value. But I really think people should look at the total picture of vehicle purchase price versus actual cost per mile. And then you can kind of see it breaks it down in a 25-mile range. You can see the 4 different options. But if you compare the Mach-E versus a hybrid, I mean, there's not much savings. And here's the other thing that's interesting. This MPGe and this cost per mile is based on charging at your home. If you're going across the country or having to fill up at supercharging level 3 chargers, this will easily be more expensive per mile than a Corolla. So put that into your calculation as well. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to share this also. You guys probably hear me talking about FHEV. FHEV is a term. It's a full hybrid electric vehicle. It's not a PHEV. A PHEV is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, and it talks about this, PHEV versus an FHEV. FHEV is just a simple hybrid. You don't have to do anything special. I just wanted to share this because a lot of people have been a little bit confused on when I use this term. So anyhow, I hope you enjoy the video. If you guys want to see more videos on sedans, I'm happy to do that. I like doing MPG stuff and efficiency. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.